And welcome everybody to the P10. It's once again time for Oak Ridge High School baseball. The Wildcats scheduled to open up their season tomorrow against the Clinton Dragons. And Coach, before we go any farther, is that game still on?
I can't talk about it right now.
Okay. We are going to discuss Oak Ridge High School baseball tonight, and we're going to introduce the players here in a bit. We've got some things to do in a moment, but this is Travis Free, head coach of the Wildcats. We've been doing the show the last couple of years, I guess, in studio, and we decided to come out where the basketball and the football guys come on Wednesday nights. Coach, first off, I know you're excited about another year of baseball.
For sure, yeah. This one, I'm probably looking forward to this one about as much as I have in the last 10 years, for sure. So it's going to be hopefully be exciting. I'm glad that we're kind of growing, that we've grown our program and the show to the point that, you know, we have multiple people out here, and we're getting bigger and bigger each year.
Coach, we have a lot to do on this show, and I was telling you a moment ago that we probably will be struggling to get everything fit in the hour that we have, but I thought what we first do is going to kind of go through the players by position, and you can kind of tell us a little bit about the guys you'll be working with. Let's start with the pitchers, and we'll roll some video here, and I'll let you discuss the guys you see here as we talk about Oak Ridge High School baseball.
So real quick as we get going, this will probably be one of my deepest pitching staffs that I've had probably in the last 18 years. I know that for sure. I know I had one that was pretty comparable to it maybe in about 2012, but right now this is probably the deepest one I've had in a while. But, you know, it taken with some senior leaders mixed with juniors, sophomores. We got right-handed, left-handed. We've got them all. So here's Alex coming back for his fourth year with us. So super excited to have him back again, coming off injury, but really looked good here this preseason. Really done a good job getting his body right and ready to go. So I'm excited about having him back once again. Man, we need his leadership for sure.
The way these are arranged, not by who's going to play or be a starter or anything, they're by kind of seniority, actually, Coach. So.
Okay, there you go. So I think next up, I'll go ahead and start talking about it. Yeah, John. So John back again, another senior back with us once again this year. Super excited to have him back for his third year, I think, in our program for sure. John has probably looked as good as I've ever seen him this preseason. If anybody's watched him, his velocity's up. The command has been up, and he throws a split finger, true split finger. Probably the first guy I've ever had that threw a true split finger pitch, and it is probably plus, and really kind of separates him into who he is as a pitcher that makes him very unique to our pitching staff. These are longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah, some of them are, Coach.
David told me I had 30 seconds on each player. That was all. And you know me, I like to ramble some. But everybody knows. You hear that. So also with John, just his experience coming back. You know, John pitched in the last game of the year last year in a big moment. That's going to make him really be tougher down the stretch this year. That whole moment, that whole game, that whole season last year has kind of prepared us for that. Here's another guy that pitched in that same game last year too. Also drives him to be a little bit better. You know, Mikey is, going to be a big part of who we are as a pitching staff, and he's going to be a big part of our rotation, and he's got to be good for us to be good. And so far I will brag on him a little bit. It is as clean mechanically as I've seen him since he's 9 years old. So he has really done a good job cleaning those things up and trying to make the necessary moves to make himself better on the mound. Everybody knows about his arm, but it's more about his strike percentage that is the most important for us. And when he is at a 60 to 70% strike percentage, we're going to have great success this year. And so far he's been living in that range early this season.
And some of these are last year, and he's grown a full year too. So.
Oh yeah, he's for sure bigger. And then there's Cheeto. I used to swear I would never call him Cheeto, but then that's all everybody calls him that. So I've kind of turned in that. I'm gonna brag on Cheeto outside of not his pitching ability, but like look at his body right there, and then look at the next frame at the difference in how he's completely transformed who he is as an athlete. Cam went from, I think he told me the other day, weighed 205 pounds. I mean, I think he's down probably, Cam, correct me if I'm wrong, probably 30 pounds or more he's down, and he looks as good as he ever has. on the mound, and his arm's working because of that. I think we've had him up to 85 this preseason. Once again, going to be a huge part of what we are. If you notice, everybody brings something unique to us. Cam's left-handed for sure. Here comes Kai. Last year we weren't able to use Kai at all on the mound, but this year we hope to really get him in a consistent piece of our rotation and our pitching staff. So I'm excited about getting him on the mound and out from behind the plate some. So that was going to be hopefully give us some good relief innings down the stretch. Also brag on him a little bit too. I know I'm going to get a chance to do that before, but offensively, he's as good as I've seen him in his 4 years being here with me. So he's really doing a good job getting himself ready to play day in and day out.
It is a little longer than 30 seconds, isn't it?
You had me all worried. I don't do anything in 30 seconds.
4 more minutes.
Now, Trice, to add another piece to the way that our staff works, one thing that every staff that I've ever had since 2012 that I could remember that was good, we always had a guy that could come in and throw submarine. So Trice has kind of taken that. By chance, I got lucky and watched him throw in the infield last year and said, hey, you ever thought about throwing sidearm? And he's kind of taken it by storm, and I'll tell a quick story about it. We used to chart all of his bullpens last year overhand. He was about 30 to 40% strikes. Now, when he dropped a sidearm, he's over 65% strikes every time he throws. He's still trying to learn how to move it and have sync, but the last 2 outings that he's had has been spectacular. I think he's had 7 ground balls in his last 2 outings, and those that will be watching him throughout the course of the year, if the ball is up, if on the ground, he's doing great. He's doing great. Looks like now we got Richie. So Richie, once again, last year didn't throw him a whole lot. So far, Richie's had 3 to 4 clean innings that he's had on this whole preseason. Every inning that he has, I know his last outing right here in this clip, he struck out the side in this. So just being able to throw strikes, another left-handed arm. If you notice, we're right, left, all those things, all the different pieces we have, and that's what it takes to be great. Caden. A lot of people don't know this about Caden, and Caden hates it, but he's probably one of the top 3 pitchers on our baseball team. I mean, he could do, Caden, he's good at golf, he's good at baseball, he can do it all, but he just hates to pitch, so we don't put him out there a whole lot. So Titus, once again, excited about Titus coming back again in his 2nd year being here with us. It's been really, really critical to be here with us and just learning how to move his body right, but great arm talent. Like, arm moves great. Still working to get that strike percentage up high enough to consistently be there, but man, he throws the ball really, really hard. He's going to have a great live arm. I have a feeling he's going to be one of the hardest throwers in our program. Noah, I really just, by surprise and by luck, I've known Noah since he's been about 10 years old, 9 and 10 years old, and never known him to be a pitcher. But he spins it really, really well. Like, he throws a nice hard fastball. He's going to be a great pitcher. So Carson, there's a lot of new faces everybody's kind of going through. Like, there's a lot of new guys as we go through here, and that's what's kind of cool and unique about this team. Carson, once again, right-handed pitcher, has great arm side movement, good arm side tilt, going to be super. Arm's been a little banged up a little bit. He's starting to turn the corner. The last 2 outings that I've watched him pitch, he's been great. Now we're going 30 seconds. Now you're just speeding me up. Peyton, left-handed pitcher. Once again, another left-handed arm there. Has a little bit of experience in big game. Great young man that works hard pitching. He throws 4 pitches for strikes, and he really fills it up. I bet he leads the way. Coach Ball would have to tell me, but I bet he leads the way in strike percentage going into opening week. He throws a bunch of strikes. He's probably the last one. He's like 79% strike percentage. Side, another left-handed arm, new to us as well. Throws the ball with great rise to it. Gets on you a little quicker than you would think, and kind of almost feels like it goes up as it gets close. Also has good depth on a breaking ball, which are the 2 things that have to go hand in hand. If you have good rise on your fastball, you have to have some depth on your breaking ball. So for sure done that, and he has really been a great asset to us so far.
And, of course, you've got guys on the junior varsity that you might bring up at times. But I don't know that I've ever seen at Oak Ridge High School a pitching staff as deep as you got this year.
Well, that's everywhere that we are, completely around the entire. As you see, we'll go through here, and I will say that last year it was almost like I was trying to fill my way with about 9 or 10 people. This year I feel like we're going to play on a regular basis. We're going to be in the 15 to 16 member on the field on a given week. We're going to be playing that many guys. And so that's not even concluding just pitchers in there. We're going to play 20 people a week a lot of times just because we have so much depth and everybody brings something unique and different that the other people don't. And it's a great problem to have, but it's going to be a problem. So we got to find our way through it. And we're going to talk about all these positions, and there's all kinds of pieces to it that we've still got to figure out. We haven't played enough and got enough games under our belt yet to really feel how it's going to be.
Let's talk about the catchers now.
So our returning catchers coming back, obviously we got Kyron and Lane both in the mix here. So Kyron being the guy that we leaned on exclusively last year. Kyron told this story the other day in front of the team that he wasn't even a catcher when he first started the program here. I asked him going into his junior year last year if he'd ever thought about catching. He says, I don't know. And then he's kind of taken ownership of it, and he's really, really good at it. Kyron, he throws the ball 2-0 to the plate, to second base a lot, which is what you got to have at this league. His receiving's got better. His leadership behind the plate's got better. All those things. Also, catcher B. Parker. Parker been catching his whole life, honestly. So it's been a great person to kind of add around all these guys that have been there. He's learning as he goes. He's trying to figure out the ins and outs of it, but he loves it and he loves playing it. So I'm excited, and obviously it's always fun for me to watch him catch. So
that's his son, by the way. Yeah, for those of you watching on TV. So
nobody does it. Everybody knows that.
And we'll see him on the infield as well.
So also got Brantley and Lane in this mix here. So Brantley being a sophomore, still getting better. Lane been around forever. Lane always, man, I'm going to tell you what, there's going to be 2 people in this program that when they're gone this year, it's going to be a sad day. I'm hoping, I'm still working on their contract, that they're going to come out and just be my full-time assistants, and they're going to come eat lunch with me every day like they do now. Every day they have to come see me, the Malcody boys. They're some of the. I'm going to brag on them right now. I don't, whatever this leads over to, but I've never met 2 individuals that are more about the team than Hayden and Lane Malcody. I've never met them. They're not selfish. They're not upset. There's no complaining. They want Oak Ridge baseball to win more than anybody in this city, and I promise you that. I've never met anybody that wants them to win as much as they, and they don't never complain.
Let's move on to the first base. First base.
So we've got first base. We got a couple left-handers in the mix, and we've got Hayden and Malcody in the mix here, just making sure we got it. Cheeto back again, as he played a lot of first base last year. So one thing that I love for some reason, I'm not sure why, I love left-handed first basemen. We've got a bunch of them this year. I think we've got three total in our program, and that's a huge piece of just playing the first base position. Every throw's got to be made like a left-hander to the right side. Always, it's a good thing to have. The tag play at first, all those are good. So we've got great defenders there. Really, Peyton and Cam are really plus-level defenders at first base, which is one of the most underrated positions to be great defensively on the whole field. There's Hayden. So Hayden, I was just bragging on him and Lane too. I mean, I'm serious. They're the Oak Ridge baseball. They love it more than anybody in this room. They love it. Now we got Peyton, another left-handed first baseman. We talked about him on the mound. Left-handed arm, left-handed first baseman, right-handed hitter. Always interested how that happens, how you become a right-handed hitter when you do everything else left-handed. Is Peyton here? He got a haircut. I was wondering if he actually cut it off. He did.
And a lot of these guys are from someplace else, and I'm going to ask them about that when they come up here, actually.
Where are we going next?
We're going to move on to third base. We're doing this fast because, well, like I said, we have a whole lot of things to do. So
now we got third base. A lot of people at third base. We've got a lot of people mixing in there trying to figure out all that. So we've got Mikey coming back, played third base for us every game last year other than when he pitches. So obviously we talked about Mikey as a pitcher too. So we've got to have multiple people there to be able to play it, multiple people to be able to defend it. Just to make us to be the best, we have to be able to have depth in that spot. One thing that I felt like hurt us last year down the stretch is when you had to move guys that were some of your better, pitchers. Sometimes you had to move them out of position. You didn't have anybody to go in there and play that position that was quite ready for that environment. This year we've kind of went multiple places. We've got Kyron going to go in there some. We got Carson going to go in there some. Kind of moved Parker out of there probably, and then you got James. You got all those people fighting in there for those times just to make sure. And like I tell them every single day, just everybody, it's all going to come down to just offensive production. How are we hitting? How are we scoring? How are we, I've been keeping up. This is the first time in my career I've kept track of every at-bat that every kid's had since we started in late September and October. I paid attention to it, wrote it down, have notes, have a spreadsheet developed, just because I knew we were going to have some depth, and I knew that we needed to see who was going to perform under pressure and who was going to perform down the stretch. So it's all going to be about offensive production in these spots. There's James back again, absolute great team guy, man. He's my guy. If you know James, man, he is first class guy. He's actually on a TSA field trip, and James got awarded one of the highest scholarships to his dream school in Indiana, and it's an engineering school, and it's one of the biggest scholarships I've ever had as a coach for a kid that wasn't athletic. I mean, he's going to be leading the company someday soon.
Coach, how many seniors do you have on the team?
I think we have 8.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the middle infielders. One of the things that you and I talked about, I had it by second base, shortstop, but you wanted to have everybody together because they're so interchangeable.
100%. And just like I've said before, we're still mixing and matching and trying to figure out all these things and all these pieces and how we're going to get it, how we're going to mix in those spots. I'm still trying to figure it out, and it'll take me probably at least 2 more weeks to kind of figure out the rotation and how we want to go. Obviously, Caden's going to be the rock that kind of leads the middle for the whole year. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, he's performed since he's been at Oak Ridge. He's hit over 500, I think, every year. So 3 years in a row, he's All-State 2 years in a row. Kind of brag on him a little bit, but he's just getting better. And I'll be honest, he's just now starting to tap in to how good of a player he's going to be for the next 4. Everybody's going to watch him as he goes to Johnson next year, and then the next year he's going to move on, and he's just going to keep doing things. He also holds the stolen base record at Oak Ridge, and I hope that we push that envelope a little bit this year. Here we go, Carson. We talked about him on the mound. We also middle infielder. He's played all 3 positions in the infield this preseason to try to find where it's at. Still trying to find his way through there and kind of get it. Hopefully he's learning a lot from CB and those people to make sure he is learning each day. Working on getting a little weight on him and hitting right here. It's going to be about offense. When he starts to get the offense piece together, he's doing a great job finding the move. And we've had to make some adjustments on some things, and he's getting there. So I'm excited about him and what he's going to bring for the next couple of years.
Here's Parker again.
Yeah. Parker played a little bit of second base primarily. I mean, I believe that most of his time is probably going to be catching, a lot of it there, sometimes there. But and Parker, he's hit it really well this preseason. So we're just kind of finding our way there, seeing how he performs with the bat. So far, he's performed pretty well. So we'll see. Noah, once again here, back to Noah. Noah is a plus defender on the ground. He catches the ball on the ground as really good as anybody as we have a lot of times. He does a really good job catching it. And He's just got those natural instincts that just the ball off the bounce. He does a great job always finding the right bounce and moving it, and he's really been good really this preseason. I was really shocked with how good he actually does play the middle. And Brooksy, my man, Brooks is a great defender. We're trying to find his way and which short and second and all those, and try to find him some time to make sure that he can get that as he goes through there. Offensively, still trying to find his way a little bit, but Brooks is a great person to have in your program, man. He is a great guy that really pulls for everybody, and he's once again another great teammate, man.
Last position, the outfield.
My man Izzy. One day I hope he comes up here and shares his story with everybody in Oak Ridge. But he's my guy. If I can always look forward to a couple things in every given day, no matter what's going on, I can count on Izzy, Hayden, and Lane Malcolm Cody every day coming to check on me and see how I'm doing. And if I'm not doing all right, they're the first ones to come pick me up. But I hope that everybody around, if they haven't heard his story, I hope that he gets a chance to share it, because it is one of the cooler ones in town. So, that's Richie out there catching balls there. Richie, everybody knows Richie. If you don't, just listen for a second, you'll hear him. But I'm gonna brag on Richie publicly, because I give Richie more hard time than anybody on our team a lot of times. If there's one person in my career that I've had to work with, sit down behind my desk, talk to, encourage, teach, he is the one, and he is really trying to do his best to really transform and be a team guy and be more about Oak Ridge baseball, because he knows that it has been so good for his life. Titus, getting after it, man. We made a big adjustment out there this week, man. It just hit on one, gives me chill bumps to think about just some adjustment we made on defense to make him make an adjustment. Then something he was struggling with, and done a great job. Moved him out there for his big arm and help him to get going on offense. So been good for us. Cy, once again, new big time bat speed, hits the ball with great. He can hit it. He hits it as far as anybody I've seen so far, backside in the backside gap so far that we've had. So I'm excited to see what he actually does through the course of a whole season. I'm fired up about it. Warren is, a freshman, but one of the best outfielders around. If you ever watch anybody go play or just get a chance to go watch him track a ball down, it's pretty special. Like defensively, we have a chance to be really, really special this year, and it's going to be, based on just kind of the things up the middle and how good we do. He also, he's got great bat speed. It's kind of crazy how the ball comes off his bat with his age and his size, but if anybody was there and at Catholic, they saw how far the ball went off his bat in that at bat. Cam Britton, Cam new to us as well. Cam's a great defender. He really, as an outfield play, does a great job playing it. Has played it for a long time, and excited about to see how he does and kind of flourish in a new environment and see how he does in our culture and in our program, and how we constantly just make P. It seems like everybody just keeps getting better. So he's the same thing. He's got better since he's been here. I'm excited about watching him mature and develop as a player, just like all of them. I love watching their transformation over the course of over time. So it's fun to watch how each year they get better and they get better.
I asked him the other day about being from Clinton. I'm going to ask him about that too. That's something a little bit different there, Coach.
Yeah, we got new people, but everybody wants to say that it's good there, but they're circle of people, all those things, man, that really make a difference.
Coach, we got a lot more to do, but why don't we run down? I think we've got some coaches too. Before we get the players on here, I want to get all the video through here. We got coaches ready to go over here. Mark's looking for that. I told you.
Will Maddox played at Tennessee. second baseman there. He's probably our offensive coach altogether. Everything he does is about the offense. Coach Ball played for me back in high school, back in the day. Like some of these guys will be coming back and being on my staff. I've got a couple more years left, but Coach Ball is our pitching coach. I'm super excited about having him, and it has made a huge difference in having him around. So I am so glad that I get somebody that I'm comfortable with and known for 10 plus years there. Ben is my ride or die. Ben and I came in together, and we're gonna leave together because he's got a little 1-year-old that I gotta at least stick around until he can get up here and play. So I don't know, Coach. I don't know if I got 15 left, but I'm gonna try.
That's 13 years, dude.
Slay's helping out some old guys. Yeah, I got it. We actually added, I think I saw Kevin McKeithen in there. We've added him on this week, and then we got Jeff Ulrich out there helping with our younger arms, and been a huge blessing with our analytics, all of our, he's giving me stuff that I don't even know what to do with sometimes. He's smarter than I am, but he's bringing stuff that's really transformed who we are as a pitching staff and really challenging me to really look at it a little deeper. So it's made us better.
Coach, let's take a break here. We've got the players about ready to come over here and introduce themselves. I'm going to ask them a question or two as well, maybe 3, maybe just 1. This is Covering the Bases, the Oak Ridge High School Baseball Show. We are live at the Pizza Inn on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. And before I go any farther, especially for the new people, we will try to stream as many of our baseball games as we can. Some schools don't allow us, but if you go to YouTube, Prep Radio, that's where we stream. And we're also, this show will be on about every Wednesday. Sometimes we have Wednesday ball games. Sometimes, honestly, I'm in Atlanta doing my other job, but we will have baseball for you all season long. We are going to take a break now. We will be back to meet the Wildcats of 2024. We'll be back to the Pizza Inn in a moment.
Hard to stop a train.
I enjoy living and raising a family in East Tennessee because it's always been home to me. One thing that makes Fox Insurance Group stand out from other agencies is our customer service. Insurance, a lot of times, for a lot of people, is not something they really like to deal with, so I like to be there for them and help them through the process. It makes me feel good when I know my customer can rely on me and trust me. Yes, I'm very excited Fox Insurance Group is now an independent agency. It opens up so many doors for our customers and the agency as a whole, and we're going to be there for you when you need us the most.
Welcome back once again to Covering the Bases, the Oak Ridge High School Baseball Show, and this is our first show of the year. Next week, the Wildcats will be traveling down to Alabama, so I guess we'll replay this show on our YouTube channel and on channel 1086. It used to be channel 12, and most of our shows will be from the studio this year. Let's go ahead and get our first player in here, if you would. Tell us who you are and what you play and what class you're in.
My name is Alex Franklin, and I'm a pitcher, class of 2024. I'm a senior.
Let me make sure that Mike's picking up here. Go ahead, one more time, Alex. Or is it Aiden? Is it
Alex. My name is Alex Franklin, and I'm a pitcher, class of 2024.
So Alex, Aiden, Alexander, whoever you want to be today, why is baseball, or do you consider baseball to be the toughest sport to play, and why?
I think it is one of the toughest sports, and it's because you're expected to fail at least like 70-75% of the time, and to be great you have to only succeed 30% of the time. That's really discouraging for most players, and it's just like hard to deal with that, and hard to hit the ball where you need to get it in a gap.
Well, one more question. You're coming off of surgery and from, I guess, shoulder surgery, just like your brother had before. How are you right now?
I'm doing pretty good. I graduated PT a couple weeks ago. Had full labrum tear, partial rotator tear, and a heel sac lesion that they had to repair.
Coach Freed, you have a question for Alex here? You have a question for him?
Just be ready. I think he's going to be ready to pitch tomorrow.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Next up.
I don't have a question.
My name's Parker Free. I'm a catcher, middle infielder. The class of 2027.
So we saw you on all of these different videos playing third, catcher, and second base. Your dad says your favorite position is catcher. Is it?
For sure.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is it a blessing or a curse to play for your dad as the head coach?
I'd say a blessing.
Why?
I don't know, because he's just always by my side. He's always been by my side since I was little. And it's just normal now to me.
You're a freshman. He said there's eight seniors on the team. What's it like being a freshman along with these older players?
It's actually really fun to be around all these other guys, all these older guys, to get knowledge, to just create friendships with them all.
Dad, do you have a question for your son here?
It's a curse.
Thank you, Parker. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name is Mikey Teasley, third baseman, right-hand pitcher, and I'm class 2026.
Mikey, you pitched in a lot of big games last year. What was your favorite memory about your freshman year last year?
About my freshman year? Probably against Powell, to be honest.
Why?
Because when I felt like when they walked me and when they walked Caden to get to me, I just felt like it was my turn to prove myself. And then,
I knew your dad when he played football years ago, but when you all came to the Braves game, when I was working for the Braves that time, Coach Free pointed out to me, and said, this guy could play SEC ball sometime. What's it going to take to get to that level and beyond?
it's just going to take a lot of work. And right now I've been going to Triple F and trying to get there, but I think that's going to build me a better chance to get there, honestly.
Pitcher or infield? What's your favorite?
I don't know. I like them both.
What about hitting? Do you like to hit? Are you one of these pitchers, unlike John, who doesn't like to hit?
Nah.
You like to?
If I do go play college ball, then I would want to be like a two-way.
Mikey, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
My name is Kyron Welch. I'm a catcher, third baseman, and a right-handed pitcher, and class of 2024.
I've been told for years that catchers think they're the brains of the operation, that pitchers don't have a whole lot of sense, that if it wasn't for catchers, they wouldn't perform. You're a pitcher as well, sometimes. Is that the truth? Are the catchers the brains of the operation?
Sometimes. Some catchers aren't that bright, but it takes a lot of work from the catcher and pitcher together, and really the whole team, but mainly Coach Free and Coach Ball. That's where it comes from.
What's your strength as a player as you look at yourself?
I'm really good behind the plate. Really improved a lot. Just coming into this position last year, I struggled a little bit last year, but this year, I'm going to be a wall back there. I'm going to be a dog.
Coach, you have a question?
A question, huh?
Okay.
Make a comment?
A comment, question?
No, I'm proud of Kyron from the time the last 4 years has made some of the biggest progress of anybody on our team. So I'm excited for him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carson Fagan, middle infield, right-hand pitcher, class of 2026.
I don't know you very well. Kind of give us your baseball history. Tell me where you're from and all of that, and why.
Back in 2023, we moved here from Amarillo, Texas.
Okay.
Transferred because of my dad's work.
Okay. To talk about your strengths as a player.
I think I can bring a lot to this team by pitching and obviously infield after Caden helps me a lot. builds me up as a player and everything.
What's the difference between Tennessee baseball and Texas baseball?
Less wind and just a lot of green.
Okay, you're right. Thank you. You have some comment for him?
No, I don't think so. Less wind.
My name is Brooks Earls. I'm a middle infielder, and I'm class of 2024.
So you're a senior, and you've been in the program a while as well.
3 years.
3 years in the program. What has been your favorite memory as an Oak Ridge baseball player?
Go ahead. I'm just telling him.
Probably the practices in general. They're always energetic. We're always getting after it.
One thing I noticed on the video that we were showing, seemed like you were having a ball out on the field, out there talking with people. You play, obviously baseball is a game. It's to be fun. What is it you like about baseball?
Just the competition in general. If you're slacking, you're going to fall behind. So the competition is really the funnest part.
3 years in the program, Coach, and still sticking around, wanting to play. Comment? Thank you.
Oh.
All right.
I don't know what to say after they talk.
Tri Sharp. Oh, my bad. Tri Sharp, right-handed pitcher, second base.
Well, Coach was talking about that you throw sidearm. Talk about that. I know Jacob Franklin before went sidearm all year last year, maybe even the year before that, because of arm issues. What made you decide that you wanted to be kind of a submariner?
Just Coach Free. I was in the bullpen one day, and my command wasn't that great overhand, and he was like, well, let's try going sidearm, and it's just been working better for me since. And I broke my growth plate this past fall, and I've just been going through it and just getting my motion back and everything like that.
So what is your strength as a pitcher? What is it?
I'd just say getting the sink on like right-handed batters, going inside on their back foot, it just really messes them up.
Do you play any other position besides pitcher?
I play second base.
Yeah, I heard you say that actually. Coach, any comments?
I'm glad I got another sidearm pitcher.
Thank you, Trice.
I'm Camden Britton. I'm an outfielder in the class of 2026.
Okay, I asked you the other day about this, and your answer was absolutely perfect, Coach. He answered this question perfect. Hopefully he remembers what he said. I said, what's it like coming over to the enemy? Because you were a Clinton person. I think you started at Clinton.
Yeah.
And repeat that answer. I thought it was the best. If you remember it, I'll help you if you don't. But
I said it feels good.
yeah, and he said it's actually even better.
Yeah,
that's what he said
way
actually.
better.
So tell me, what is it like for you being at Oak Ridge when Clinton is a big rival?
Yeah.
What's it like?
I'm glad I surrounded myself with all these people on the team. It makes me work better and just all around be a better baseball player and a better person. And same with Coach Free. I've known him since I was 10 or 11 years old, and he's always pushing me to be the best I can. So
what's it going to be like tomorrow if we play the Dragons? And I'm sure you know all those guys.
Yeah, I know most of them. I think it'll be fun, and it'll be a good game.
Coach, what's it like having the Dragon on the team? A former Dragon, I should say. And you've known him since he was 10, so he's basically an Oak Ridge guy.
It feels good.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Camden. Appreciate it.
He's a wild guy, that's right.
My name is Peyton Witter. I play first base and I pitch, and I'm a class of 2025.
Let me ask you about you. I mean, I spoke to you for the first time the other day. Talk about your history, where you're from, and how you got to Oak Ridge.
Okay, so I moved to Tennessee with my family when I was maybe 1 or 2 years old, and I went to Rockwood, and then I transferred to Kingston in 6th grade, and I played baseball there until just at Christmas I decided to transfer to Oak Ridge.
I think you come from a baseball family too. I mean, your dad was as a coach as well. So
Yes, sir.
baseball is baseball. Obviously, your whole life has been baseball. Why did you decide, besides I guess your dad, to play baseball as your sport, or do you play any other sports?
I have played other sports when I grew up, but I think the difference between the other sports and baseball is I don't really like failing, and baseball is a lot of failure, and so the chase to fail the least amount that I can is just keeps me coming back.
Well, let me ask you another question here. One of the things that Coach and I look at each other every single year when I ask, do you watch baseball outside of playing baseball? Do you watch Major League Baseball, or are you one of these guys that we talk to every week that is not a big fan of Major League Baseball or college baseball?
See, I definitely don't watch Major League Baseball, but I love watching baseball of kids my age or maybe a little older because it gives me a chance to put myself in their shoes. So I think that's why I like that more.
Well, good luck this year.
Thank you.
Yeah. Izzy, we've had these conversations before in this building before with another sport, with football. You have been in the program for a long time. Coach had some nice words for you. That you pick him up when he's down. You want to tell that story that he wanted to that maybe he.
Too long. It's a long story.
Oh, you can give us the abbreviated version if you want to. You don't have to.
I ain't gonna tell all the details. Basically, I had quit at one point, and I told Free it was for one reason, but it was way deeper than that. So basically, we just went through a lot with our team and a few of the members on. So I had to like have a conversation with some of them. So we just went through a whole process to get me back on the team. So that's basically what happened.
I mean, you were a starter basically in football too in the last couple of years. I know I asked you this before, and you don't have to answer it, but I know you like whatever sports in season. What game is most fun for you to play though?
When it comes down to playing, I definitely got to say baseball because like I don't think I'm gonna get a concussion, but I did get hit.
You've had several.
I did get hit with a fly ball in practice like a week or two, last week. So yeah.
Well, let me ask you. You're an outfielder. Have you ever just like when you're waiting for the ball to come to you? Do you ever just daydream out there and you kind of lose track of?
Oh, absolutely. You just gotta watch me during the games. I'll be doing something. I'm not sure what it would be, but I'll be doing something.
Coach, have you ever accused him of just daydreaming? Any of your outfielders?
I always accuse him, but I don't think. I don't know. Maybe not last year. Maybe you probably were definitely daydreaming. This year he's been a different animal. It's been kind of cool.
Izzy, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Got that dog in him.
Just introduce yourself.
My name is Caden Black. I'm a senior and I play shortstop.
Caden has been, you've been a starter basically since your freshman year. You have some records. You could probably obtain some more records. The only thing I can really ask you is what has been your favorite memory playing baseball at Oak Ridge High School?
Step up to the mic.
I guess going to region. We ain't done that in forever. So just being a part of that opportunity, going to region, playing at Carson Newman, it was great.
Well, let me ask you about the recruiting process for you to play college ball. How did that take place, and why did you make your decision?
I had a lot of teams kind of reach out to me and kind of just, I got looks, but Johnson was the real, they gave me, I got a lot of trust in them, especially the Coach Serrano. I got a lot of faith in him to get me to where I want to be.
Your family is a mainstay in Oak Ridge. I mean, I know your grandfather, I know your uncles, I know your dad. I mean, and all of them have played different sports over the course of the years and coached. What's it like representing Oak Ridge as a city and as a high school?
It's great. We're a small city, but everybody knows us now. So.
Okay, one more question here, and I'll let you go. I know you look a little uncomfortable there, but playing baseball at Oak Ridge since your freshman year, you have seen the growth of the program from just being kind of average kind of team to making it to the region tournament. What is the biggest growth that you have seen in this program?
Just I don't know, the size, like the skill too. The skill, we have a lot of skill on our team. Everybody got a whole bunch of skill, and everybody overlooks that, but not us.
Caden, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Richie.
My name's Richie Ferrer. I play outfield, and I'm class of 2025.
Step up just a little closer to the mic there. I always have whenever I think of you, and the coach is reading the question here, it's basically, I know baseball's a different kind of sport. It's kind of like golf. There's not a whole lot of trash talking that goes on, honestly. But if I think of anybody who might be a trash talker, I think of you. You're the first person that comes to mind, and Coach said something earlier. how does a baseball player trash talk? How does that happen?
Man, I always got something to say, man. I find one little thing about you, and I'm on you immediately.
So you go after play.
I go after you. I try and push all your buttons, because then once you explode, you're out of the game. You're done. I know I can beat you then.
Any particular team that you like to go after more than others?
Any particular team, the Hardin Valley Hawks, they stay talking, but every time it come down to it, I'm pushing their buttons, and I always come out with a win.
Richie, I know you've played. I know. I knew it was going to be this way. In fact, I told Mark, I said, when God with glasses goes up here, we might need to hit the mute button. There might be a time.
I won't say nothing.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't really. But what has been your favorite memory? I mean, last year you had some really big hits for us. What's your favorite memory so far?
My favorite memory would have to be the Lenore City game. I went out to Lenore City, had probably one of the best games of my entire life. I went 3 for 3. I hit a single and a double, and I hit the backup celebration. My next at bat, he threw behind me 3 times, and then the next pitch I took him yard, and I got to talk all that talk, all that talk that I love to talk. I got to talk.
Coach, do you like him talking that way?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Richie. Appreciate it.
Noah Wood, infield, class 2027.
Are you from here, or where did you come from?
I was born in California, but I moved here when I was like 6.
So you've actually, did you been playing, did you play with Parker and those guys? Or?
I always played against him.
Okay, what is your baseball history then?
I started like a young age, like 4 probably. It was back in California, and I've just played ever since.
California is a hotbed for baseball, but you were only 6 when you moved. But
yeah,
obviously, so asking the question between the two doesn't really come up. But talk about your strengths as a player, and what can we expect from you this year?
Probably just making plays in the infield, pitching when I need to, get some hits on the plate.
You're a freshman?
Yeah.
What's it like being with these older guys too?
Just nice having like people to lay on over, like just having good friends, leaders, hold me accountable of my mistakes and everything.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Warren East, outfield, class of 2027.
So you're a freshman too. Talk about your history. Where are you from?
I came from Bearden. I've known Coach Free since, I don't even know how long, since I was 10. I played travel ball with Parker, Cheeto, all them. So
what made you decide that you wanted to play for Oak Ridge as opposed to for the Bearden Bulldogs?
The coaches really. With knowing Coach Will and Free.
Coach has told me kind of off the air that you've got a quick bat, and I've seen you out there early on, leadoff guy, I guess. I don't know if that's how it's going to be in the season, but what are your strengths as a player as you see it?
My speed. I feel like I'm just as fast as Caden Black.
Coach, is he? I mean, there's no way, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
He's not as close as Kate.
What are your goals for this year as a person, as a player, and as a team?
I want to go to state. That's what I came here to do. We're going to state this year.
No, we ain't going to state.
We're winning state this year.
Hey, that sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
PO time. Let's go.
Let's go.
Introduce yourself.
I'm John Ulrich. I've been here for 3 years. I'm a senior at Oak Ridge High School. This thing's too low for me.
Coach, yeah, well, you're so tall. That's why. Coach has said you're one of the most improved players on the team right now. Talk about your growth and why are you a better player? I know you're going to play some college ball, I think, too. But why? What makes you a better player today?
What makes me a better player today, to be honest, is Coach Free and the pitching coaches we've had throughout the years giving me their time and putting their worth into me for helping me grow.
What is your best pitch?
Free said it was misidentified it as a splitter. It's not a splitter, it's a fork ball.
What is it?
It's a fork ball.
Fork ball.
What's the difference, John?
Who taught you the fork ball?
Nobody really. I always struggled. I always struggled throwing a changeup. What? He didn't teach me that. He didn't teach me that. It was on me.
Hey, John, I'm going to let you go here, but thank you. Appreciate it. So Titus, you go ahead and introduce yourself. Sorry.
My name's Titus Fetters. I'm a right-hand pitcher and outfielder.
I was going to ask John this, but I know we're running kind of short of time. You play outfield and pitcher. What is your best position in your opinion?
I'm not really sure. I like to play everywhere. Yeah.
Well, one question I was going to ask John, same question. You both work for me.
Yeah.
Who's the scarier boss, me or Coach Free?
I would say Coach Free because he pushes me to be a better person and a player.
So you're not afraid of me at all, right?
You don't help him be a better person, David?
I try to make him a better person. I paid him, so I mean, what's your favorite memory so far? I know you're getting your first experience at the varsity level. What has been your favorite memory in the junior varsity?
Shoot. I don't know, man. There's so many, and I can't wait to make more.
Titus, appreciate it. Thank you.
My name is Hayden Melcody. I'm a senior. I play first base.
Hayden, we've talked before, sitting right here during football season, and I know obviously Coach said some really nice things about it. You were a four-year player in the program as well, and you don't always get to start, but what keeps you coming back to baseball year after year?
Well, I've been playing it all my life, and my brother played here before me, and when he was playing, the program wasn't good. It was terrible. They were awful. And I know I can't help on the field with my skill level, but I can help as a leader. I just want Oak Ridge baseball to be what it needs to be, win state championships, win. That's all we need to do.
You know, I know in football season, I asked you and your brother, who's going to be up here in a second, I asked about the Twins part of it. You play first, he plays catcher. Why the different positions?
Well, in Little League, he'd play catcher, and I'd play first base. It's just what happened.
What are your expectations for this team?
If we stay together as a team, we have enough talent to go anywhere we want. We just have to come together, play as a team. We can win state. We can win state.
Hayden, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cy Stevens, left-handed pitcher, outfielder, 2025.
Well, let me ask you, too. I met you for the first time. Talk about your history as a baseball player and where you're from and all that.
I was born in California. I moved here when I was 5, and then I went to Hardin Valley until recently, and then I transferred here.
Hardin Valley, very good baseball program.
Yes,
obviously, you know, a lot of success there. State championship, I think, a few years ago. What are your strengths as a player?
I love to pitch. I think I'm a pretty good pitcher, and hitting. I got a lot of pop.
And obviously, another California guy, Coach. That's kind of interesting.
It is interesting that him and Noah, I think, from the same town.
Yeah,
right?
Our dads went to the same high school.
Wow,
I think that's all how they both got here. I think their dads worked together in California, and their dads worked together at the plant.
Let me ask you real quick. We only have a few minutes. I'm going to get these other two in. But do you watch baseball? Are you a baseball guy?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
What's your favorite team?
Red Sox. I'm loyal to the Red Sox.
Coach.
You better not tell me Coach Gaddis.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Coach Gaddis will not like that. Appreciate it. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
What I said?
Just introduce yourself.
Cam Welch, first baseman pitcher, class of 26.
Why do they call you Cheeto?
I've had it since I was a kid.
I mean, who named you that?
My Little League coach.
Little League coach? Why?
Because I showed up to the field with Cheeto dust on my face.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get out. One thing, I said something to you, and you were very proud of it. When the first time I saw you, it was a major transformation in you. What did you do to get in such great shape this year?
I had to. It was one of my classes. It's athletic conditioning, just weightlifting.
Coach Day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and obviously, has that helped your baseball?
Yeah.
How?
Tremendously.
How?
Speed, strength, everything.
You got some nasty stuff when you throw it. What is that pitch you throw that looks so nasty?
Curveball, probably.
Yeah, it's nasty. I mean, it's nasty. I mean, I've been told that, Coach. Well, Cheeto, I'm going to have to let you. I know you didn't want to do this, so I'm going to let you go quick. I got to get Lane in. Thank you.
My name is Lane Malcody. I'm a senior, and I guess I play catcher.
What
do you mean? You
I
play.
mean, I'm really just doing it at this point just to help out the team. I really focus on like hitting right now if I ever will get a chance to play. That's really my main thing.
See, that's one thing that I've noticed, and Coach kind of said this, your attitude and your brother's attitude, and about everybody I've met this year, your attitude's just great. And, you don't get a chance to play much.
I'll never have two kids ever like it ever again. And I mean that. I don't know that I'll ever have two kids that'll like them. That you see them publicly say that it's not about them. I don't know that I'll ever in my career for the next 12 years, I'll ever hear two people that don't care one time about what inning they get to play in or if they ever get to play. And they care more about every person in this room than themselves. And it makes me want to cry because I'm telling you, I'll never have it again. It's always at this day and age, it's always about the player. It's always about them. It's about their kid. It's about their time. It's about their inning. It's never been that way with Hayden and Lane. Never. Never have they one time ever complained if I don't get it. And you hear him say right now, he said, Coach, I'm catching. He told me the other day, I'm catching for you. Wow. I'm not catching for anybody else. I'm catching for you. And I'm going to say it, and I'll tell every one of them, and I'll continue to stand for it. I'll never have two kids that care about this program more. Never. I never, ever, ever will.
Lane, how does that make you feel?
I mean, that makes me feel really good. I mean, just to see how he's transformed this program from a terrible, terrible program that got lucky to even win a game to what he's had starting my freshman and sophomore year. All we thought about was maybe winning a game our district, in the district, and then it was always to win a district championship. So now the district championship, we haven't even talked about winning that. It's all about thinking about going to state because we know what we're capable of, and just the program he's created has been amazing.
Lane, good luck this season.
Thank you.
That's the 2024 Wildcats. I think about everybody was here, Coach. We only have about a minute, Coach. Just your final comments as we start the season.
Well, you hear them all talk about it, but the reason why it's got that way is we've tried to build it from the inside. And if you listen to every one of them, why people are coming from all over the place to play here, it has nothing to do with me. They can say whatever they want. It doesn't. I had a vision to build a program that people cared about and wanted to be a part of. And I've been lucky enough to have players like them, and I've had lucky enough to have Caden Black, Hayden, and Lane, and those guys with me the whole time, and all they care about is building this thing so that everybody in our community is proud to come watch a baseball team instead of something else. And we're turning into a baseball school, if anybody's wondering.
Coach, thanks a lot for joining us here. And guys, thanks a lot for coming out tonight. I appreciate that. We're going to do this. I'll be interviewing you individually on the show during the course of the year, much longer. Appreciate Mark and Shauna for setting up. Appreciate the Pizza Inn for having us here. Oak Ridge plays supposed to play Clinton tomorrow, Coach. You're not gonna give us any information on that.
There's some new stuff going on my phone right now. I just got to get a chance to look through it.
Until next week, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody.